prepared the 15 questions for your internal test, and I told you that we will roll on the papers, and one has to come and pick it out, which will come there, so that there would be not any biasness. Yes, read what I posted on the screen. Could you make it out? Could you read that what I posted on the screen? Yes. At least
it's not visible, Professor.
At least this one you can read it. Okay. Read. Anyone? Either this one or this one. Yes.
Professor, I cannot see anything.
You did not see anything, is it? How could you could not see anything? Yeah, it is there. It will come pole pole. It is there on the
now it's okay, Professor.
Because I could know that what I shown on the screen, because it will be seen to me. Read.
FIRAC is an acronym for fact, issue, rule, analysis, and conclusion. It is a method for organizing legal writing tasks, such as case brief and creating
a concise.
Case brief should be formulated the same as memorandum of law with the following headings. 2.
From day to day. So this is the thing.
Reference, I think, RE.
Yes, yes. And this is FIRAC case briefing. And this is the morning briefing. And this is, who is there in the photograph? Yes? Who is there in the photograph? It's me only when I was working the UDSM. Okay, now let us see the FIRAC case briefing method and how it could be done and what is the method of it. So, yes. How do you write a IRAC example? IRAC can be used only when the problem question is given. And IRAC is a acronym. But in one of the posting, there is a full stop is put it over there. It's wrong. Because acronym doesn't go with any punctuation in it. Because we pronounce it as a one word. So PFIRAC model is only for the case briefing. When the full case is given over there, at that instance, how we could keep in the PFIRAC model? Can you tell me what is the PFIRAC? If you have an idea? Anyone?
The term of...
Please proceed.
FIRAC.
Proceed.
Professor, I mean the FIRAC.
P-I-G, pig, hyphen F-I-R-A-C. Here I highlighted here. Did you see that?
FIRAC, the fact. FIRAC.
I highlighted on the screen. Read that one. P hyphen I-R-A-C. Now you tell me what is the full form of it.
P stands for problem. I stand for issue. R stands for reasoning. A stands for argument. And C stands for conclusion.
So mine is P stands for procedure, hyphen I stand for issue, R stand for rule, A stand for application, C stand for conclusion. This can be done only when the case law is given. Is it clear? I could see that Swalala is present. Welcome Swalala to my class, online class. Haribusana. So, problem question, How do you do it? Which model, which method, which style you could use? Anyone can unmute and give me the answer. If the problem question is given, how do you attempt it? If you know it, you tell me. If you don't know it, you say pass on. Don't waste the time. Quick.
Yes, sir.
Anyone? Even Swalala also can participate in it. And I can give you also feedback.
Yes, sir.
What is, sir?
You can attempt.
What is can attend? I ask the question, you are giving another thing. The question is, if the problem question is given in your examination, which method you adapt it? That's my question. Answer is
FIRAC.
FIRC, FIRAC, you will understand it. If the case law is given, which method that you adapt it?
FIRAC, sir.
P-FIRAC. Clearly say P-FIRAC. That is the method that you have to adapt it. So now, and you know that what should be there. Can I say issues? Can I say issue? Yes. Can I write ISSUE or can I write ISSUES? Which is the appropriate? I gave the equation. Issue comes in the heading or side heading or subheading. I repeat the question. Issue comes at which place? Heading, subheading or side heading? Quick, if you know it, you tell me. If you don't know it, you say pass on. Welcome, Donati Mayalibwa.
Subheading. Subheading, sir.
Kosa, run. Anyone? Daniel Maliba, because you said no, you know the P-FIRAC model and you know the Iraq model. That's why I'm asking the question. See, the model also I prepared one model. This is the case law, the full case law. It is the full case law, Smith versus Baker taught case law. I don't know whether you know this case law or not. Where it comes, the case law? Anyone can tell me where this case law comes? In which unit it comes? Smith versus Baker case law. Sir, we could not know what you taught yesterday. That how could you ask that LLB that to be that semester we read it and we forgotten it. It is a landmark case law, Smith versus Baker. Generally, when you refer the voluntary not fit injury, this case law definitely will be said. It is a quarry case law. But anyway, it doesn't matter because it is, you don't know it. So now I will show, this is the full case law and it's a P-FIRAC model. I will show you now how it can be written. Yes. Here I will give you the method how it can be written. So now procedure. The first and foremost comes in the side heading. Procedure. Then it comes the title of the case law with the full citation. The title of the case law is Smith, small v, full stop, Baker, comma, 1891 in the square bracket, AC 325. My question to you, why it is square bracket? Why it is not a round bracket or parenthesis? Anyone can speak on this issue because I dealt it very lengthy manner when I was. Anyone can.
It is a square. Yes, Professor. It is a square bracket because the report is on the series.
Repeat.
Oh.
Repeat. Repeat your answer.
The year is on the square. The year is in the square bracket because the report is on the series.
It is in the volumes, don't say series. It is in the volume, means one is not there because one volume cannot be written as a one. Like addition, first addition cannot be written. So no addition means first volume, no volume means first volume. So first volume cannot be written generally. So it is in the volumes, don't say series. I did not use the word series. I use the word volume. Spelling V capital letter O-L-U-M-E. If it is abbreviation or it's a shortening form, V capital O-L full stop. That's why it is a square bracket. Later on, who are the judges sat there and give the judgment? That will follows. And sometimes the people will keep in the parenthesis. You need not to keep in the parenthesis. You can write as it is. Suppose if you write parenthesis also, it doesn't matter. What is parenthesis? Anyone? What is parenthesis? P-A-R-A-N-T-H-E-S-E-S. If you know it, you tell me. If you don't know it, you say pass on. Anyone? Donati Maliba, I could not see your microphone. You log out, again log in. Raymond Cosmos or Swalala also can give the answer to my question. It is a round bracket. It is the square bracket. It is the circular bracket. It's called parenthesis. Okay, that is the way of writing. And what should be there in writing? There. Oh, again it is disappeared. Yeah. So in that one, if you see the rule, the rules are there. If you see the rule, it says like this. What is comes under procedure? See, the procedure history means it's a column. What court authored the opinion? The Court of Appeal or the High Court of Tanzania? And the hint, check under the title of the case, the court and the year of decision will be given. If a trial court issued the decision, it is based on trial or motion for summary judgment. If an appellate court issued the decision, how did the lower court decide the case? Means the disposition of the case should be also be written in the procedure. In addition to the title of the case with the citation and who are the members and who decided the case. In addition to that, you have to write that thing that comes under the procedure. Let us see how it is written over there. Yes, Smith versus Baker, Iraq, where did it disappear? It is gone, but again I will check it from here because I put it in the on the Iluku Mohammedan CBS report. What is that? Beda Iraq example. Yes, here it is there. So that should be come over there. This was an appeal case from the Supreme Court to the House of Lords, where the plaintiff, I don't know whether it is the Supreme Court or the Court of Appeal. No. It is not the Supreme Court, the Court of CA. Okay, let us see. Let us not dispute over there. It is come from the lower court. Let us presume to the House of Lords, whereby the plaintiff employee sued his employer for negligence which resulted in injury to the plaintiff. The employer pleaded voluntarily as a defense, voluntary not fit injury as a defense, but failed to plead as a defense. The appeal was dismissed. That is the disposition of the case. From where it has come, that is, just forget it. You can write lower court because there is no Supreme Court there. It is a lower court. To the House of Lords it has come, and what is the issue to be there? It is injury to the employee. At the time, employee is the plaintiff, filed a case against the employer, who is the defendant, for compensation. But the employer, the defendant has taken the plea of voluntary not fit injury, but it cannot be applicable over here. Because mere assumption will not see that it will be amount to a consent. So the appeal was dismissed. That means the employer should have to pay the compensation to the baker. That was the disposition. So that thing should come benefit. Next, fact. I did not say facts. Of course, I gave the principle to you. What principle? Can anybody will give me? Tell me what principle I gave you. I mean, I revealed you, I told you, I explained you. Yes. Unmute and give me the answer. Or you can say pass on. Anyone? Quick. Oh, you are taking a lot of time. I gave you heading, subheading, side heading. Try to be in the singular form. That is the principle that I give you. Is it clear? Say yes. Is it clear? Okay, now you cannot say yes, you cannot say no also, because there is a problem of your internet, it seems. Okay, now fact. I did not write yes. Okay, the plaintiff in this case was, of course, he has given a brief summary of the fact. A brief summary of the fact. It is a drill in a quarry. From time to time, boulders were carried over his head through the crane, sling of the crane. He anticipated, hunched the danger that one day or other day stone may fall over his head. He brought a notice of the employer, but no sufficient measures were taken to safeguard him. One day, the stone boulder, there is boulder, B-O-U-L-D-R, bigger than the stone, fell over and injured him. When he sued his employer for the negligence, the employer pleaded the defense of voluntary not fit injury. The court decided in the favor of the plaintiff, and hence this appeal. So that was the summary of the fact. You have to write it. And writing the summary of fact will not come automatically unless until you practice it. Practice makes the man perfect. So this comes under the fact. Later than I did not say issues, I say issue. Issue can be written Roman 1 and arrestor, whether there was a negligent for not taking the measure to safeguard the plaintiff, colon 2, whether the plaintiff has given the free consent to undergo the him or dual injury by continuing in the situation which was dangerous or harmful in nature, semicolon. Of course, 3, 4. The fourth one is whether the injury sustained by the plaintiff was foreseeable, colon, and the last one, 5th, whether the plaintiff could be entitled for the damages. These were the issues. Question of law. Okay, next rule. What are the rules? Whatever the issues are there, for each issue, what are the supporting cases, either reported or unreported, or the maxims or sections of the statute? These are all the things will come under the rule. So here I supported the cases Blith case law, Pitts versus case law, and Bowater case law, Hux case law, because it's a taught case law. I don't know whether you could remember these cases or not, but anyway, Overseas Tankship UK Limited, it is a reasonable force, it is a remoteness of the damages case. Lynch versus Nuruddin, these are the cases used over there. And you know that the way I wrote the cases, can you tell me the way I wrote the cases? The name of the case law should be in italics. The V should be small letter, then followed with the dot or a period. And here the square bracket 11 Exchequers case law 781. Pitt versus Hunt case law is a Kuhn bench, volume 1. Sir, there is no AC, 1 is there, but here QB is there. Why, sir? Of course, AC will not use the 1, but QB use the 1. First volume within the square bracket, 24, the page number. See, the cases which I wrote is very much particularly, it is in italics and followed with the citation. You citation, you need not to say in the quote in the footnote, but in the rules, you can citation should follow with the name of the case law itself. But I did not put any full stop after it. Did you notice it? Did you notice it? At least say yes. At least say yes.
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 Yes,
Here,
sir.
there is some mistake is committed. Can you tell me what is the mistake? There is in this, which I highlighted, where the cursor is there is some mistake is there. Can you tell me what is the mistake?
Yes.
Yes.
After the ENG company. After ENG, there is a full stop.
Yes, ENG is a shortening form. Shortening form always ends with the full stop. Then company, C capital letter, O capital letter is the shortening of the company. Then always shortening should be end with the full stop, continuation should be comma. Then where is the mistake? You closely look at, there is a mistake. I want to see how much the persuasiveness that you have it. How much the sharpness of your brain. Quick,
Square bracket.
If you don't know it, say pass on. Don't waste the time.
On the ear with a square bracket.
No, here should be a square bracket only because it is AC. AC doesn't follow the one volume. Only QB follow one volume. Pass on, say pass on. Or give me the answer. Anyone?
Sir.
See, why do you take that much time to say pass on? See, overseas taxi within parenthesis UK, it's well and good. It is the initialism. Limited, L capital letter, T small letter, D capital letter. Then what should be followed? Shortening always followed with what? With what? Full stop, period, that is missing. That you have to say. That you have to say full stop is missing, period is missing after, because the equation says every shortening start with the capital letter, followed with the small letters, ends with the full stop. If it is a continuation in the sentence, then comma should come, otherwise the full stop it ends with. So that is the mistake committed over there. Is it clear? Say yes. Say yes.
Yes, sir.
If you did not understand, say no. Application. Of course, application. Okay, tell me application. What I wrote? What I wrote? Application. What is the symbol and sign I wrote?
A.
Here,
Double P.
cursor. What I symbol and I wrote symbol, which is red in color. Cursor. Look at the cursor,
Persons.
which I highlighted. This one.
Slash.
Professor Hussain students will not say slash. Professor Hussain students will not say stroke. Professor Hussain students will not say oblique. What do the Professor Hussain students say? You forget. You forget. I told you already. I don't know why you could not make it out. Yes, virgule. That is the word that I told. So where we are? Yes, we are here. It is a virgule, we'll say. Or you can also write, what is the alternative? Application. What is the next word? Alternative. You said no, sir, we know it everything, but you are not giving the answer to my question. Analysis. You can write also analysis, but better you write application. Don't write analysis. You can write also analysis. ANALCS. Analysis. Some people write argument, but don't write because it's a P-FIRAC, I told you. So that is the way that you have to make it out. Is it clear? Say yes or no. Is it clear? Donati Maliva, I could not see your microphone. Again, you can log out and log in. Yes. So this is the way. So application, see, in application you have to note down first issue you have taken first. At the first issue is there, what are the other things should be, means supporting documents should, supporting cases, and these things should come over there for the first issue. Either the maxims, sections of the statute or constitution articles or any other thing which will support the first issue should have to come over there. And here there is a mistake is committed. Can you tell me what is the mistake? Why it is running? There is a mistake is committed over here. Can you tell me what is the mistake here which I highlighted? Which I highlighted in red. Can you tell me? If you know it, you tell me. If you don't know it, you say pass on. Don't waste the time.
A footnote has come before the
should
comma.
have to come after the comma. That is a mistake. First, a punctuation mark should come. Next, footnote numbering come. That is a mistake. Is it clear? Say yes.
Yes, sir.
Very good, very good. See, there is a mistake here. So, can you tell me what is the mistake? Quick. Either you say pass on, I will give the answer.
Pass on, sir.
After so, whenever it comes no, you should write comma. So, therefore, thereafter, when it comes no, you have to write comma. So, comma, in case at hand of the defendant was negligent and so so forth. Sir, do you see all those things? Answer is yes. Because when you go through it, we see even your spelling mistakes, punctuations, grammar, sentence structure, in which tense that you are wrote, these are all will be counted. Not only your only oral presentation will count, even writing also will count. So first issue, this case law is supported over there. And coming to the second issue, then what is the supported case law that we make it out? So how many issues are there total? There are 5 issues are there total. So now the supporting case law is Bovata versus Rowley Regis Corporation. Here again the mistake is committed, extra comma should put it over there. No, it is a corporation, comma, then footnote will come. That the plaintiff was not in a position to make a free choice but was forced to obey the foreman's order. I don't know whether you know what is foreman. What is meant by foreman? Pass on, you tell me, I will give the answer. A person who goes first, lead that troop or the labor is called foreman. Is it clear? So now, as to the third issue is concerned, yes, whether there was a proximate cause is there, the supporting case law is the Lynch versus Nuruddin, and here also they have committed a mistake. Comma should be removed over here. First comma should come, next the footnote will be followed. So that is the style we have to make it out. So children are mischievous children. Watoto watundu in Kiswahili. Mischievous children. Watoto watundu. Watundu is the plural form, mutundi is the singular form. Is it? Mutoto, mutundu, watoto, watundu. Sir, you know this grammar of this Kiswahili? Yes. If a person is well versed in the one language, he tried to be so in the other language also. Again, so we have to make the comma in case a negligent act of the defendant for not taking the exonerated, I don't know. There is this wrong here. I wrote D. When you say could not, when could not come, at that instance, the verb should be in a singular form. I repeat, when I could not, would not come, the verb should be in a in the not singular form. It is in a not past tense, present tense. And what I made the mistake here, can you tell me? Can you tell me what the mistake is committed over there? Unmute and give me the answer. Or you can say pass on. I will give the answer. When the could not
Pass
come
on,
over
sir.
there, then the verb should be in a simple, not past tense, present tense. Could not exonerate means free from the liability, that is, from the liability. So, with regard to the fourth issue, see, first issue, one paragraph, supported with the case law, are the sections, are the acts, are the maxims, are the constitution article, whichever you want to support the first issue. Second issue, second para. Third issue, third para. Fourth issue, fourth para. With the injury sustained, see, it is supported by the Overseas Tankship UK Limited versus Morse DAC. What do you say this symbol in Latin terminology, which I highlighted in the red mark? Yes. What do you say this symbol in Latin terminology? Anyone? If you know it, you tell me. If you don't know it, you say pass on.
Pass on, sir.
This is equivalent is and, A and D and. But the Latin terminology is ampersand, AMPERSAND. I told several times this thing, but anyway, that you have forgotten it. In Latin terminology, AMPERSAND, ampersand, its equivalent terminology is, in English is and the symbol is this, the symbol. Engineering is the shortening form, full stop, company shortening form, and here again the mistake is committed is comma should come first and later on footnote should be followed. Is it clear? Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Again, so has come. It's a mistake. After so, again, what you have to keep it? Which punctuation mark you have to keep it? After so, comma. C-O-M-M-A, comma should be the punctuation mark. In the case at the hand, of course, foreseen. What is the mistake in the foreseen? Can you tell me? What is the mistake here, foreseen? Anyone? What is the mistake here in the foreseen? If you know it, you tell me. Otherwise, you say pass on.
After foreseen, must write a comma.
No. See the spelling of foreseen. Foreleg. F-O-R-E, four leg. L-E-G, leg means front leg. What is missing now? Which letter is missing now? Forehead. F-O-R-E, four hyphen head. H-E-A-D, head. I am giving the hint to you. In spite of that also, you are not in a position to give me the answer. What is missing there? Letter?
F-O-R-S-E-E-N.
I say, what is the missing letter in that? It is a wrong spelling.
Letter E. After R, there must be E.
After R, there should be E, sir. You have to say foreseen. See, I gave the example also. F-O-R-E-4 hyphen head, H-E-A-D, head, forehead. I gave the hint. Four legs, F-O-R-E space legs, L-E-G-S, legs means front legs. But in spite of that also, you could not in a position to give me the answer very well. Foreseen, then the defendant was liable, and it was not a foreseen that the defendant was not liable. As to the last issue, sir, why did not you say fifth issue? Any answer? Sir, why did not you say fifth issue? Why you wrote the last issue? What is your justification?
Because there is no continuation of issues.
It is the last issue. There is no continuation would be there. Hence, we can say the last issue. whether the plaintiff could be compensated in the case of Blith versus Property Ibrahim and Waterworks Company. But when you write the Waterworks, naturally, this W also should be capital letter. Generally, we have to write it. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We can continue it. So, it was held that the plaintiff could not, of course, the fifth issue is there and it ends. Now you tell me, first issue, first paragraph in the application, second issue, second paragraph in the application, third issue, third paragraph in the application, fourth issue, fourth paragraph in the application, last issue, that is the fifth issue, last paragraph in the, now conclusion. How do you write the conclusion? See here, KB, it doesn't have the value, but still we can write it in the square bracket. And AC, we don't have the value, but still we can write it in the square bracket. But QB, there is a first issue is there, it can be written. And of course, this is exchequers, 11,781, you write it. Now the conclusions. Now you tell me, because you know that, sir, we know the IRAC model, P-FIRAC model. If the issues are 3, how about the conclusion? If the issues are 4, how about the conclusion? If the issues are 5, how about the conclusion? I told you, applications. In applications, I told you the method. Now you apply that logic and give me answer. Or you can say pass on. Don't waste the time.
Pass on, sir.
If the 4 issues are there, 5 issues are there should be 5 paragraphs in the conclusion. Repeat.
Okay, sir, but I have a question.
Yes, please.
Can we have more paragraphs on the single issue?
Don't exceed 1 paragraph. Don't exceed 1 paragraph, even though it is a 2 pages. I repeat, don't exceed 1 paragraph, even though it is a 2 pages. Is it clear? Is it
yes,
clear?
sir, it's clear.
Moreover, you cannot write the 2 pages in one issue because time factor. In law of tort, you know the many things, but time factor is more important. You have to squeeze your time. Instead of giving the 3 or 4 cases, give 2 cases. Otherwise, you lose the time and you could not do the next question. In the law of tort, no, people know many cases, but don't write all the cases. Depending upon the marks, you write the cases. If it is the 5 marks question, if it is in short questions, can you write the 10 cases? Tell me.
No, sir. No, sir.
According to the marks, you have to give your answer. There is a saying is there. Cut your cloth. Is it cloth? Cut your coat according to the cloth. Cut your coat according to the cloth. Means cloth is big. Okay, big size you can stitch the coat. If the cloth is short, a short size. So depending upon the marks, you have to give the answer. Otherwise, you will be lost because time will not be there. Conclusion. Sir, why not the yes, sir? I told you already. Try to keep the singular form, either the heading, subheading, and side heading. Okay, now, conclusion. How many conclusions are here? How many conclusions are here?
5, sir.
I appreciate. I thought my efforts are fruitful sooner or later. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 conclusions are there. 5 issues, 5 conclusions. 5 issues, 5 paragraph application. Sir, 5 issues, only 5 cases? No. There is no such a thing. But at least there may be some cases for the issue. There may be some sections in the issue, or the maxims are in the issues, but supporting should be there. Without supporting, I told you, I don't know whether you remember it or not. In the taught, I used to say, no case law, no tort law. I repeat, no case law, say, no tort law. And case law, tort law is nothing but multiplication of the case law. I repeat, no case law, no tort law. And tort law is nothing but multiplication of the case laws, or tort law is nothing but a product of the case laws. Is it clear? Say yes or no. Is it clear? Say yes or no. Unmute and say. Anyone can unmute and say yes or no. Sir, there is a problem of our internet, sir. Okay. So this is about
Network barrier, sir. We are not hearing you.
You could not hear you know. There is a problem in your smartphone or in your network, not in my network. If it is in my network, would be there, it will not be recorded. Is it clear? Say yes.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate. I appreciate. So now you tell me the gist. If the problem is there, which method should have to apply? If the case law is there, which method should be applied? Repeat. Summary. Recap. Yes. Please speak.
Can you repeat? Can you repeat,
If the problem is there, which method should be applied? If the case law is there, which method should be applied? Which formula should be applied? Which style would be applied? I repeated the question. I repeated. Go ahead. Dorcas, you can also speak. Of course, it's open. It's not shy. Any person can speak and give their feedback also. If I may be wrong, you can say also, sir, this is wrong. Because I am also
Prof, I did not get your question.
Yes? Dorcas, you
I did not hear you.
Pardon? Speak. Speak. Unmute and speak. My question is, if the problem question is given, then our...
Prof, I did not get your question.
You joined it. If the problem question is given, you have to attempt with the IRAC method. If the case law is given, you have to apply P-IRAC method. Repeat. Sir, what should I repeat?
P-FIRAC. P-FIRAC model.
For which one? P-FIRAC model for which one? For which question?
P.
I said for which question? For which question I said?
Problem question.
I appreciate. Then what about the case law? What about the case law?
Pass on, Prof.
P-IRAC. P stand for procedure. And I told you the model, what should come in the procedure. And I already cleared the I issues. I made the applications. I made the conclusions. And I give the summary. And you could view it because you joined later. And that's why you could not follow it. Because equation is very much important factor. Okay, now it is your 15 questions are here. You can have the glance of it. At least you can read it. Anyone can unmute and read. First question, read. Because at any time it will be stopped.
Discuss in nutshell what is international human rights law.
Next. Next.
Critically examine the relationship between human rights and human development.
Next.
Analyze the 7 core United Nations human rights treaties.
Proceed.
What are the rights guaranteed to all human beings under international treaties without any discrimination on grounds such as race, color, sex, language, political or other opinion, national or social origin, property, birth, or other status?
Next. Next. What would be the United Nations do about the human rights violation? What kinds of human rights obligations are there? International human rights law is different from the international humanitarian law. Discuss. How far the United Nations protect the human rights? Next, discuss the UN effectiveness in promoting the protection of the human rights. How do human rights help the situation analysis? Critically examine the problem of regionalism in the United Nations human rights system. Person with the STD could not be discriminated. Does it really happen in international scenario? Analyze the statement with the international instruments. How does the globalization affect the promotion and protection of the human rights? No violence or torture against the women. Support your answer with the legal instrument as well as the cases. And the problem questions also there. Attempt the following problem in Iraq model. I give the problem you have to solve in the Iraq model. This is the problem which I made it. So these are the 15 questions I made it. Now I make on the slip, I will write it the numbers. Each one has to come and pick it out, and that is their assignment. I want to see that how do you write it. Because certain things you can use your own brain. Certain things you can get directly. But don't copy and paste. If you copy and paste, kamata, I will catch it. You write the same in a different style. In a different style. Using the words. But don't do the copy and paste. Use your own words critically and especially the legal words and write your answer. Answer should not write because of 10 pages or 20 pages. If it is asked in the examination, time factor is there. So your answer should be also depending upon the time factor, number one. Number two, it depending upon the marks also. So this is the way you have to give your answers. Of course, this is the method which I adapted it. But if you say the physical examination should be conducted over there, then I can also conduct the physical examination. Africa, wabariki